Ciao, Juventus fans. Welcome back to the channel. We got your daily news rundown starting right here, right now. Here's a little bit recap of what we're going to be talking about today. We got Ronaldo. He's in talks with PSG. That's resurfacing again. We got a little bit more information to talk about. We got Juventus still leading the race with Locatelli. What's going on with that? We got Cuadrado 2023. Update on his contract situation. And we got the friendly game. Ciao ragazzi, welcome back to the Bianconeri Zone. My name is Justin Sofro. Today is Thursday, July 7th, 2021. Before we do anything, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and then make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get up to date all our videos as soon as they drop. Later today, we should have a live stream coming on. We're excited to launch that. So tune into us later today around 4:30 Eastern Pacific time, or Eastern Pacific time, 4:30 Eastern time. I believe if you're in Italy, so if you want to base it off turn-in time, that will be at about 10:30. So check in with us then. And then, so for the very first, we're going to start off the news now. Very first topic we've got to talk about is our boy Locatelli, the situation going on with him. Fabrizio Romano is saying that at this moment in time, Locatelli is closer to Juventus rather than Arsenal. His dream is to play for Juventus. Arsenal is an option in case the deal should collapse. And then Tudo Sports says there will be no meeting between Juventus and Sassuolo before Euro 20 final. So that's some big news. We were expecting that Juventus and Sassuolo would be meeting this week. It appears that has been delayed or pushed back. I guess maybe they could have met, but it doesn't appear so. It appears that they decided we'll wait because the wishes from Locatelli was to wait until after the Euros were over. Thankfully, Italy is playing the final. So yes, this is getting dragged out longer than a lot of us fans would like. But the positive to that is Italy could win the Euro. They play England on Sunday. I'm excited for it. I'm sure you are too. And then also to go off of that, again, a lot of this news that we have when it comes to Locatelli, the situation, Arsenal, and all that being reported is not a lot. It's not news. It's not fresh. We know it's just an update on the situation. Juventus first. Arsenal is like a backup plan when it comes to that. I think it's the option. If Sassuolo and them don't get along and whatever, they can't work out a deal, he could go there as, if Arsenal pays money. But you really, Arsenal, if we're going to compare Juventus to Arsenal right now, there's no chance he wants to go to Arsenal. They're not playing in the Champions League. I don't even think they're playing in the Europa League right now. So they don't have a lot to offer for Locatelli. And then we also had one comment. This was a late one, so we don't have it in the graphics, but made by Carnevali. At least I don't think we do. I'll make sure I may have missed it. But Carnevali, the Sassuolo CEO, said, "We'll talk about Locatelli when the Euro is over. We've received important offers, one of which is very advanced. We have met with Juve and we have given each other an appointment for next week, but everything's to be evaluated." Of course, Carnevali is going to keep spinning out BS, trying to work Juventus to get as much money as possible. Again, I remain confident that the deal is going to be done. He's going to be a Juventus player when this is over. But this is just Carnevali again spouting BS, saying that one of the offers is very advanced. I guess maybe he's hinting at Arsenal. Because they put money on the table, how much they want to offer and all that. We'll see what goes on there. But the problem is, for Carnevali, is that you have to have the agreement of Locatelli to make this go through. Locatelli wants Juventus. So that, puts a feather in the cap of Juventus to help in this situation currently. So again, that's why I'm not getting worked up. Then we'll move on to our second topic of the day, and it's a big one. It is our boy Cristiano Ronaldo and the situation going on with him. I don't know why I keep calling everybody our boy. I'll stop that now. Anyway, Di Marzio is reporting that there have been first contacts with Paris Saint-Germain. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. Paris Saint-Germain. I don't need to. I don't need it. PSG. I don't know why I need to try to do an accent or try to pronounce it properly. It's French. I don't care. If Ronaldo does not find an agreement soon, he would remain at Juventus until the end of his contract, is what Di Marzio is saying. We'll go through this. There's a couple little quotes or statements. Then we have Santi from Foot Mercato is saying that Cristiano Ronaldo is thinking about his future. On one hand, he likes Juventus. On the other hand, PSG is still considering the possibility of signing him. And he considers the Parisian option very interesting. contact has been made between PSG and Jorge Mendes. The terms of a contract have started to be discussed between the two parties. And then finally, Ekram Koner is saying that Leonardo of PSG had a conversation with Jorge Mendes. PSG is ready to make a big offer for Ronaldo. So that's a bit of a U-turn from what we've been hearing, because lately the last bit of information that we've had regarding Ronaldo in this situation is really about Jorge Mendes pushing for him to potentially return and re-sign like a longer contract deal with Juventus. I'm sure he wants to see what he can work with when it comes to money financially, who will offer more. I still feel like PSG will offer more. I just can't imagine. That's such a crowded attack when you got Neymar, you got Mbappe, and then to have Ronaldo too. If you ever tried any of that, that's insane. I don't think you can really work those players out and adjust it that way. But it would be insane. Just the amount of money that they're throwing around in this situation. But again, my premise to my place when it comes to Ronaldo is I don't know what he's really doing for the club right now. There's been a lot of difficulty with the situation with Cristiano Ronaldo. They haven't really succeeded in a lot of areas where we had been hoping for it to happen during the last couple of seasons. He has some needs that I don't know if they can be met at Juventus, and not all these are Ronaldo's faults. But at the same time, I hold him to a higher standard because of who he is and who, I don't know how exactly the words I want to say this, like who he claims to be. If you're claiming to be the greatest of all time when it comes to the sport, or when you have backing doing that, I expect more from you. And right now, I'm just not getting that output from Ronaldo. So if he were to move on, wish him well. Thank you for the time. Thank you for what you've done. But I understand it's time to move on. We'll see what happens there. It's just an option. PSG, I don't know. It's kind of surprising me if he's really weighing those options, because the feeling I got from Ronaldo every time I watched the match, every time I saw it, was just like, this guy's checked out. He's ready for this season to be over and to move on to his next destination. And maybe a lot of the vocal minority that I heard of that are Ronaldo fanboys were all over Twitter, just, pushing, Ronaldo's a god, all this BS crap about Ronaldo's so great, Juventus sucks, Juventus whatever, all this. I'm sick of hearing it for the first part. I'm sick of that minority. I'm sick of the Ronaldo terrorists in the long term, really. Is just getting on Twitter, and I want to talk about Juventus, or I want to find Juventus news, and everything under that is just nonsense between Ronaldo and Messi guys and all this crap. And I don't get it. If you live that life, I mean, more power to you, honestly. I don't know how you live that life. That sounds miserable. That's a miserable existence to do that as a fan, and just to basically be Twitter terrorists about Ronaldo and about Juventus right now. So that's where I sit. I'm ready to move on from it. Sick of it. Let's see what we have going on, next. If he comes back, sure, that's fine. Come back. But I want to see more output next season. And then we got next topic. We got Juan Cuadrado. We got Sport Italia saying that in the coming weeks, Cuadrado will renew his contract with Juventus until 2023. Don't have a lot to say this, but just great. I mean, Cuadrado has been the rock to me, I think, for a lot of Juventus's their creation and their really when he got pushed and moved up from instead of using him as a defensive back, moving him to that midfield. He's just settled in so nicely and so comfortably there that you just see like the pathways he creates for players and all of that. It's just there's nobody I think who does it better on the team right now. To me, Juan Cuadrado is one of the stalwarts of the team that you don't want to lose him. He's the past and the future of the team. Like he's one of those solid foundations that you can build on going forward for the club, because you know that he will create for whatever striker you have, for Chiesa, players like that. He will help facilitate the means to scoring, which is something that we've needed from a midfield player for a while. So when you add in Locatelli and then you got Cuadrado together, you've got two options that can definitely help create. Yes, I know Locatelli is more of a defensive player, but he also showed that he can create. So I'm excited about the potential of the two together going into next season. And then we also have a friendly game report by Mundo Deportivo, just saying that the friendly game between Barcelona and Juventus will be played on August 8th. So great. I'm excited about, some big names playing We'll be going up against Messi. If he plays in the preseason during that match and whatever. I'm just excited to see. These are some fun, just exciting pregame matches. Which you're kind of getting from when they talk about like the Super League. These are the kind of matches that you can get on the regular basis, regularly scheduled. But I'm excited to see what they can do and how they develop and what kind of different little options that Allegri will input therein, playing against a top quality team, a championship or Champions League quality team going forward. So just keep that on your schedules. August 8th will be when they'll be playing that. And then really the last little bit of information, and I apologize, guys, I'm going to butcher this. I looked at it and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, even talking about this. Unfortunately, we don't have the graphic for this, I don't think, because it's a late one. Let me make sure and check real quick. Otherwise, you're just getting me. Yeah, you're just getting me talking. And here we go. You got Romeo Agresti is reporting that Juventus have completed the final details for Huijsen, Huijsen. Huijsen, I don't know. Huijsen, I don't know. I apologize. I'm terrible. Born in 2005, who will have his medicals in the next few days. Also closing in on Mihajlovic. Again, I'm sorry. I'm terrible at pronunciation, so I apologize. I should just throw it up or something, but I'm not going to. It's Muharemovic, born in 2003, ready to sign a 4-year deal. So I'm guessing these are going to be the U23, or different in the Primavera or anything like that kind of players. But some options for going forward, or more than likely Plus Valenza for the future. But again, sorry for butchering those names. I apologize. My tongue's not ready for it yet, and that could be a drop for the future. Anyway, that's all I had the news for you today. Check in with us tomorrow to get more information for the rundown of all things Juventus that we'll be covering. I'm sorry, making myself laugh for that situation. I apologize. Anyway, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell to stay notified for all our updates coming forward. Follow Bianconeri Zone at Bianconeri Zone on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Justin Sofro on Twitter. Forza Juve, Forza Bianconeri, and Forza Azzurri.